since you've had success at the highest level of the industry, where do you personally think things are going right now? Like, how do you think the business of expressing opinions and pushing the type of content that we've always done, where is that going? Where does that evolve? Where do we end up?
Well, the part that worries me, I read this book. It was really interesting about like Spotify, and it made the point that the game on Spotify to get the most streams is to get on a sleep playlist, because people will run a sleep playlist for 8 hours at night, and you get paid by the play, and it doesn't really matter if nobody listens. It just plays in the background. And I think a lot of content now, the design of it is to play in the background. Like something that moves you is something that like you might change after a while, but if it just plays in the background, you don't even notice it, and it goes and it goes.
White noise, man.
Right. And everybody gets their money. And I came up in a time where I had to figure out how to grab you, and I had to figure out how to snatch you and to hold your attention. And if holding your attention is not the game, I don't fully understand, what it is that works. But all the content people are tech people more than anything else. And the tech people look at all of this as a means to sell advertising. And that's not terribly different than the way the business has been before. That's fine. But now they don't care. They're just like, just keep this thing playing, right? Something that'll roll over into the autoplay. Just keep it going. And so I feel like where the game is going is a glut of things that aren't bad, but aren't necessarily good. And when I think about when people talk about the most popular podcasts, there's some exceptions to this, but they'll tell me how big they are, but not necessarily tell me how good they are. And so there's like Pardon My Take, for example, is a very good podcast that does very good numbers. But by and large, when I think about the podcasts that people say are really great, nobody ever tells me how much they love them. They just tell me that they listen to it. And I want to do stuff that people love.
It used to be that content is king. Now the algorithm is king, right?
Yes.
Now it's a matter of playing the game.